Let me know when we can open this meeting up.
Getting there, bear with me.
Just to use the.
Angela, are you still in? Do you still have that?
It's not, I mean, they're connected, but I have to connect this funny little box here so you can see them on the screen. So give me just a moment.
Angela, you still have that Pam open?
Yes.
Thank you, because Ruby's gonna come and over your shoulder.
Okay.
Then
Just embarrassment of public session. That is the rule. There's like. There's my. Oh, there's. I'm gonna wing it. Yeah.
Will you admit the room real quick?
Yes. Is there anybody else?
It is.
I'm trying to go. Choose public.
Yeah. Oh, we have public members. I mean,
No.
that's because that's where.
We don't have any.
Oh, a whole lot of the middle.
8-year-old dude.
No.
That's right.
Sure. I hope till sunlight.
Oh, wow. 20 sold it.
That's all.
He goes, yeah, I'm not gonna have a job. Worried about money again. He didn't. But he smiled like.
Hey, we're gonna call this meeting back into general session.
Do it.
Do we have to do a roll call for this? Roll call, please.
Yep. Rob,
Here.
Ruby,
Here.
Melissa. Here. Craig,
Here.
Deb. Here. Holly. Here. Brady.
Here.
Elizabeth. Here. Kevin.
Yep.
Neil.
Here.
Tony.
Here.
Chad.
Here.
Craig. Ryan.
Present.
I still be in here. Mary Ann. Here. Angela. Present. And Aaron.
Present.
I apologize, I'm something for, I'm having a senior moment here.
Okay, we've got a few things to do before we get.
Yes, I sure do, and I'm gonna run those motions too, so,
Yeah, so-
just give me a minute, my
You're
friend.
fine. We have a top. We're gonna.
Go for it, please.
So approval of the executive session minutes will happen next pay period.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Business. Quarterly meeting. And now we need to approve the BI.
No, I'm making those motions, sorry.
Oh, I see. I apologize.
You did delegate, correct?
I did delegate.
Thank you.
I thought you were.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the licensing actions issued and board inspection report together, please. Doing that.
Second. All those in favor?
No, it has to be one by one. It's for legal counsel.
I thought that was a suggestion. This is gonna take all day long to do each one of these that way. This is ridiculous for the record. Go ahead.
Second.
Oh, yeah, you're doing them. I'll stay out of it.
I would like to hear more.
Hey, yeah, I'll
respond.
yeah.
Okay, so we hurry up.
We're doing a roll call?
Oh, yeah. That's what
Only the board members.
Four members, okay.
Every single vote we've got.
Alrighty. Rob,
Yes.
Rugi,
Here.
Melissa, yes. Craig,
Here.
Deb,
I.
Holly, Brady,
Yes.
Elizabeth, yes. Kevin, Neil,
Here.
right, includes roll call.
I'd like to make a motion, Mr. President, for the special request 1 and 2 for apprentice extension effective until December 31st, 2026.
Second.
Oh, you're second. I'm sorry.
You didn't delegate it, sir.
All those, no. Roll call.
Rob,
Yes.
Rudy,
Yes.
Melissa,
Yes.
Craig,
Here.
Deb,
Yeah. Yes.
Polly. Hi. Brady. Elizabeth.
Yes.
Kevin. Neil.
Yes. Can't we just record all that?
I know, I should just have a button that's just.
Sorry. Okay. Rudy, tell you do cases.
Yes, we are going to do the cases. My dilemma here is if somebody has around there, I have a packet of paper that had all of the ratifies. I am missing it. Thank you. That's what I was ranting about. So Ryan, just for the record, just for efficiencies, I'm not gonna go in sequence, okay? Mr. President, I would like to present case report 25-10-30, ratify.
Rob,
Hi, this is how we answer aye or nay, okay?
Okay.
Rudy,
Aye.
Melissa,
Yes.
Craig,
Here.
Deb.
Aye or nay?
Sorry,
Don't worry,
I agree with,
it's confusing.
never mind.
Aye.
Polly,
Aye.
Brady,
I,
Elizabeth. Kevin,
Aye.
Neil.
Aye. Since I seconded, do I still have to vote on it?
Yeah,
No.
Oh, okay.
You're doing a great job, Neil.
you're doing a great job, Neil. Go ahead.
Recused, is that correct?
Yes, for the record, call.
I'm sorry.
again,
No. Oh,
used to it by now.
Only recusal. It's the only time.
All
roll
good?
call came up.
Yep.
Okay.
Not a bad.
This,
Case,
No, the
uh,
one we just
case
did.
number 25-10-31, ratify.
Rob,
Aye.
Rudy,
Aye.
Melissa,
Aye.
Craig,
I,
Deb,
Aye.
Polly,
Aye.
Brady.
Aye.
Elizabeth,
Yes.
Kevin,
Yes.
Neil.
Aye.
Case 25-10-33, I make a motion to ratify.
I can,
Rob,
Aye.
Rudy.
Aye.
Melissa,
Aye.
Craig,
I,
Deb,
Aye.
Polly,
Aye.
Brady,
I,
Elizabeth.
Aye.
Kevin,
aye.
Neil.
Aye.
Include.
All right, for case number 25-10-26, C as in cat, I'd like to rescind a previous case specifically only to C as in cat 1 due to an administrative error and that the person violated OAR 830-030-0090 sub 2. I make a motion to rescind, so we need to vote on that first.
Rob,
Aye.
Rudy,
Aye.
Melissa,
Aye.
Craig,
I,
Deb,
Aye.
Polly.
Aye.
Brady,
I,
Elizabeth.
Aye.
Kevin,
Aye.
Neil.
Aye.
And for the same case, 25-10-26, CS in cap, C1, the new allegation is responded by the door as 4321332 sub B. That the person did not acquire medical certification prior to cremation, action civil penalty of $500.
Second.
Rob,
Yes.
Rudy,
Aye.
Melissa,
Aye.
Craig,
I,
Deb,
Aye.
Polly.
Aye.
Brady.
Aye.
Elizabeth. Kevin.
Aye.
Neil.
Aye.
Included.
Case 25-10-27. A1 responded violated OAR 830-030-090 that the person entered the wrong date, open and close parentheses, year of death on the decedent's death record. Action, civil penalty, $250.
Second.
Rob,
Aye.
Rudy,
Aye.
Melissa,
Aye.
Craig,
Aye.
Deb, Polly,
Aye.
Brady,
Aye.
Elizabeth,
Aye.
Kevin,
Aye.
Neil,
Aye.
included.
Case 25, 1028, A, B, A1. Respondent violated OAR 830-030-0090-1 sub B, in that there is a contradiction in the permission authorization remains for released to the wrong person, and we were divided accordingly due to that error. A1 action, civil penalty, $500. B1, respondent violated OAR 830-030-0090-2. That the incident occurred while the person involved was a facility manager action for both $500 each for A1 and B1.
Rob,
Aye.
Ricky,
Aye.
Melissa,
Aye.
Craig,
Aye.
Deb,
Aye.
Polly,
Aye.
Brady,
Aye.
Elizabeth, Kevin,
Aye.
Neil.
Aye.
Includes roll call.
Here, I'm consolidating, just making it together. Yes, okay, I'm ready. All right, for case report 25-1032, A, there are 3 levels of this, so we'll start with A so that there's no confusion.
Oh, sure. Thank you.
You know, found A. All right, respondent violated ORS 692-405, in that the ID disc was not fixed to the casket when presented for burial.
Second.
Hold on for a second.
Oh.
A2, respondent violated OAR 830-030-00008, in that neither the respondent's employees retained responsibility of the discipline until the ID disc was obtained and affixed to the casket. For A1, civil penalty $500. For A2, civil penalty $500.
Second.
Rob,
Aye.
Rugi,
Aye.
Melissa,
Aye.
Craig,
Aye.
Deb,
Aye.
Polly, Brady,
Aye.
Elizabeth,
Aye.
Kevin,
Aye.
Neil,
Aye.
concluded.
For the same case, 25-1032, but now we are in B as in boy, B1. Respondent violated ORS 692-405, in that the ID disc was not affixed to the casket when presented for burial. Pause. B2, respondent violated OAR 830-030-0008, in that it did not, the person involved did not retain responsibility for the dissident until the ID disc was affixed to the casket. For B1, civil penalty $500. For B2, civil penalty $500.
Second.
Rob,
Aye.
Rugi,
Aye.
Melissa,
Aye.
Craig,
Aye.
Deb, Polly,
Aye.
Brady,
Aye.
Elizabeth,
Aye.
Kevin,
Aye.
Neil, concluded.
Excellent, thank you. 25, same case number 25-1032. Now we are dealing with subcategory C as in cat. C1, respondent violated OAR 830-030-00007, in that the employee did not ensure that the ID disc was secured to the casket on the final disposition permit. For C1, C2, the respondent violated OAR 830-030-00904 sub H, in that the cemetery employee acting as the sexton falsified the FDA by attesting that the person's signature had verified the number on the ID disc was the number recorded on the FDA, although the ID disc was never existent. For C1 and C2, action, civil penalty $1,000 for each, C1 and C2.
Second.
Rob,
Aye.
Rugi,
Aye.
Melissa,
Aye.
Craig,
Aye.
Deb,
Aye.
Polly,
Aye.
Brady,
Aye.
Elizabeth,
Aye.
Kevin, Neil,
Aye.
included.
And for 25-1032, again, subsection C, specific for C3, respondent violated OIR 830-030-00904 sub G, and that the date of disposition of the FDA is incorrect, showing a disposition occurred on August 4, 2025, and the actual date of disposition was August 7, 2025, resulting in inaccurate cemetery records, violation, action, civil penalty, $100.
Second.
Rob,
Aye.
Rugi,
Aye.
Melissa,
Aye.
Craig,
Aye.
Deb,
Aye.
Polly,
Aye.
Brady,
Aye.
Elizabeth.
Aye.
Kevin, Neil,
Aye.
include.
Just want to check for 1032 for both Ryan and Aaron. Did I copy and presented them accurately as your record reflected on your notes too?
Yes.
Aaron, looks good with what I said. I just want to make sure I don't want to rescind in the future because there were so many layers to that.
Correct, you're correct.
All right, thank you. Sorry, I just want to make sure. All right, case number 25-1034. Respondent violated ORS 692-025 sub 6 in that it performed 13 interments while unlicensed and without recording a temporary burial permit pursuant to ORS 692-280 A1 action, civil penalty $1,000 per interment. A2, respondent violated ORS 692-025 sub 6 in that it sold 15 interment rights while unlicensed. Action, civil penalty $1,000 per 15 interment.
Second that too.
Rob,
Aye.
Rugi,
Aye.
Melissa,
Aye.
Craig,
Aye.
Deb,
Aye.
Polly,
Aye.
Brady,
Aye.
Elizabeth.
Aye.
Kevin.
Aye.
Neil, included.
Case 25-1036, A1 and A2, no action, no violation identified.
What have you do? Rob,
Aye.
Rugi,
1036, aye.
Melissa,
Aye.
Craig,
Aye.
Deb,
Aye.
Polly,
Aye.
Brady,
Aye.
Elizabeth. Kevin, Neil,
Aye.
included.
Yes, so for your record, and Ryan was tracking with me, I did all the ratifies, so 35 was,
Oh, you
that was what I was.
ratified, okay,
I'm
we
sorry, I
didn't,
mean, all the ratifies.
sorry, we didn't ask you to ratify, we asked you to table it. We haven't made a closure. Ratify means to ratify an administrative close.
I thought the one table, I didn't even mention it.
25-1035, we requested that you table.
Oh, no, I didn't even mention that.
Correct. He has not mentioned that one.
I have not mentioned that. And anything you table, I don't.
We have to vote that you're tabling it, it stops
Do I?
the clock. Oh, yes. That's.
For the table, that's
if-
what we have always done.
We
So if
always
it's different,
bring it to the.
talk to Tony. We said it was voted.
Okay, fair enough, my bad.
We table, we
Thank you.
stop the
No,
clock.
got it.
Thank you.
That's an easy one. So, for case report 25, I apologize.
No worries.
Okay, thank you for catching that. For, case 25-1035, vote to table for the next board meeting.
Rob,
Aye.
Rugi,
Aye.
Melissa.
Aye.
Craig,
Aye.
Deb,
Aye.
Polly.
Aye.
Brady.
Aye.
Elizabeth.
Aye.
Kevin. Neil, included.
Thank you. Case 25-1037. A1, responded violated OAR 830-030-0090 in that it did not provide payment to the complainant pursuant to the consignment agreement. Action, civil penalty $1,000 with delegating OMCB staff to waive penalty if the case resolves to the satisfaction of OMCB staff.
Rob,
Aye.
Rugi,
Aye.
Melissa,
Aye.
Craig,
Aye.
Deb,
Aye.
Polly. Brady.
Aye.
Elizabeth.
Aye.
Kevin.
Aye.
Neil.
Aye.
Included.
For 25-1042, no action, no violation identified.
Second.
Rob,
Aye.
Rugi,
Aye.
Melissa,
Aye.
Craig,
Aye.
Deb,
Aye.
Polly,
Aye.
Brady,
Aye.
Elizabeth,
Aye.
Kevin,
Aye.
Neil,
Aye.
included.
Okay, this is going to be on the fly. So, I'd like to withdraw without prejudice, case number 25-10-22 AB. Uh-oh, I need to go this, A1. All right, so collectively, that case number, to withdraw for reconsideration. Go ahead and vote.
Second.
Rob,
Aye.
Rugi,
Aye.
Melissa,
Aye.
Craig,
Aye.
Deb,
Aye.
Polly,
Aye.
Brady,
Aye.
Elizabeth,
Aye.
Kevin,
Aye.
Neil,
Aye.
included.
Okay, I would like to make a motion to consolidate case number 25-10-22 AB. And case 25-10-38 A and B.
Second.
Rob,
Aye.
Rugi,
Aye.
Melissa,
Aye.
Craig,
Aye.
Deb,
Aye.
Polly,
Aye.
Brady,
Aye.
Elizabeth,
Aye.
Kevin,
Aye.
Neil,
Aye.
include.
Give me a minute here, I just need to shrink this. Thank you. All right, I would like to move to find on the consolidated cases. A1, respondent violated OAR 830-030-00905 sub F and OAR 830-040-0010 sub 4. In that 5 requests were made to obtain all the inspections. Galvis only, the person provided some documents requested. Please don't say anything yet. That's A1. I'm looking for more. I'm not finding such.
There's only an A1 and an A2. I think they both have an AB.
I'm looking, it's not generating. I'm not visualizing it. I apologize. I'm seeing only A1. Technical difficulty.
But doesn't A1 have a sub A, sub B?
We're not visualizing it. That's the thing. Move back.
Angela, are you still open?
Yes, I am.
You
All
will
right,
step down,
sorry.
please.
Do you want me to share my?
For the newbies, this is unusual.
He's
what we're
coming for
doing here.
you.
All right, here we go. Go ahead and scroll down for me. So A1, I need to read the next. B, violation of OAR 830-040-0010. That every licensees must provide the board inspector or investigator a copy of all documents requested relevant to the inspection and investigation. Sit down. Thank you. Keep on going. B1, respondent violated OAR 830-030-0090 sub F and OAR 830-040-0010 sub 4. And that 5 requests were made to obtain all inspection documents. The person only provided some documents requested. Scroll down. B, violation of OAR 830-040-0010. Every licensee must provide the board inspector or investigator a copy of all documents as requested relevant to the inspection or investigation. That's it, right, Marianne? For that case, the 22?
Yep.
Okay, and then we are consolidating it with 25-10-38 A1, respondent violated OAR 830-040-0050-5. In fact, no, I will hold that back first. A2, respondent violated OAR 830-040-00013, and that no license is posted for simple cremation. No second yet, please. A3, respondent violated OAR 830-040-0050 sub 6, and that simple cremation website contains a price for a simple cremation plan, but does not include a hyperlink to a general price list. No motion yet, please. We will move on to B. B2, respondent violated OER 830-040-0000013, and that no license is posted for simple cremation. B3, respondent violated OAR 830-040-00506, and that simple cremation website contains a price for a simple cremation plan, but does not include a hyperlink to a general price list. Going back to 25-1038, A1, respondent violated OAR 830-040-00505, and that the website for simple cremation shows the physical address that is non-existent, and the immediate disposition company does not maintain a physical address at this location. B1, respondent violated OAR 830-040-0050 sub 5, and that the website for simple cremation shows a physical address that is non-existent. The immediate disposition company does not maintain a physical address at this location. Collectively, taken together with both cases, action, revocation of license.
All of that.
Could you repeat all that?
Rob,
I,
Trudy,
I
Melissa,
Aye.
Craig,
Aye.
Deb,
Aye.
Holly,
Aye.
Brady.
Aye.
Elizabeth. Kevin,
Aye.
Neil,
Aye.
concluded.
thank you very
And
much.
those are all the motions, Mr. President.
Praise.
Thank you.
Are you-
Oh, yeah, I.
I'm done.
You- some of my voice.
Side talks, please don't. I would like to make a public thing here. If we have to do the votes that way, I want to see the legislation for it, where it says we have to do a vote that way and not just a consensus vote. We've never done it that way before. It's been fine, but not the Senate or Congress or just people.
The most side
More
words during the public.
So, go ahead.
So I still would like to revisit this opportunity that we have now that it's been brought up to talk about establishments that are advertising on the internet that do not have a physical location. And I would like to change to be part of a committee that could change the verbiage to where we can just revoke them every time they try to do this. And because internet companies, Heritage did it forever, Simple's doing it. And if they do not have a physical location, they need to be revoked. Yes,
I'd like to make a motion to form a rules advisory committee as deemed necessary by staff with the necessary stakeholders. With, I am sure Mr. Loveland would like to be part of. And that is my motion.
Rob,
Oh, hold on.
I'll not read the facts.
Discussion.
Heritage had nothing to do.
okay, whether it wasn't.
We can go specifics.
Sorry, Simple is the only one that we
Okay.
have ever found
Okay,
where there was no physical.
physical location, okay,
And y'all have voted to revoke it for it. Heritage was unlicensed practice from another state.
okay. And then I have more to say too. After.
in the vote. All right,
I
Rob,
think we just need a consensus that, yes, let's do that.
We haven't voted it or to establish a committee.
Establish a committee. I think so.
I don't honestly know, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, the
I think we
consensus
have-
is what we've done in the past, right?
Consensus, board direction. All right,
More direction.
very good.
What is this committee doing though? Just so we can add that,
I would like to change the verbiage in our laws that state if you try to open up a funeral home establishment in the state without a physical address, that you are revoked, that you get revoked
No.
because,
I'll rephrase it better. That if you are going to establish a.
this is an immediate disposition company.
immediate disposition or
you need
funeral
a
home
physical
establishment.
address.
Yeah, you need a physical address
That's it. We don't.
or we
don't-
revoke you.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
We
Okay,
need a physical address.
okay.
But they had a physical,
The semantics later.
so you need, they,
You don't know.
no, they had a,
They don't exist
I
there.
think we just need to clarify the definition from.
yeah, the definition of physical address.
Yeah.
Because
The rules advisory committee would wordsmith that, but basically you need a physical address. If you have an immediate
Yes,
disposition.
okay.
You need the address or do you need to actually be present at
We're
that?
gonna.
That's what I-
say that in the
that's what I
The
mean.
rules advisory committee will do that.
Go ahead.
And then also, we've talked about this before. I just wonder what is our plan if Cascadia hits and this building goes to the ground, where are all of our backup records being kept at a different location?
For this,
For
for
OMCB. If we're all talking that Cascadia, if Cascadia hits, that all these buildings are gonna collapse, then that means OMCB is shut down unless we have an alternative. We're going to all these meetings, us funeral directors all around the state, but OMCB is the most important feature. Vital records and OMCB have to be alive and kicking after this event happens. And so whether we move locations, which is probably not feasible, but our records should be backed up in a different computer system that we should be able to access. They really should be.
The server in
I
Salem.
can tell you our servers are
Yeah,
in Salem,
state, yeah.
in a state of Oregon
So,
facility backed up. I mean, we have VPN abilities to work remotely as long as those work.
okay,
I think we can plan for the, we can plan for certain scenarios, but some of it is just, and I agree. I mean, Vital Records has had conversations about this for years, about how they're gonna, how are they gonna maintain?
is
How are
Vital
they
Vital
gonna-
Records here too?
Yes, they
So I would like to really see a very proactive approach. If this building crumbles to the ground, what are we gonna be doing? Okay, let's just say, can we be up and operational in 5 days? Or 7 days or 20 days, but I just truly think that we need to address that because every single funeral home in the state is gonna be looking at Vital Records and OMCB and say, you guys have been talking about this for years and now we're all shut down. And so that's one thing. And then another thing that I've brought up before, and Rob, you and I have talked about it. I would like to see if we can't revisit the verbiage if we do a cremation for somebody and they haven't paid us a dime, they can legally walk into our funeral home and demand to get that urn, even though they haven't paid us. And that is not fair in any other business but the funeral business. Yes.
If you do a 97-170 cremation and you authorize the cremation because the person is indigent, your funeral home should be what's written on the cremation authorization as who the crematory releases to. As long as there's no other name on there, those are your cremated remains. They can demand all they want.
But I'm not talking,
The lawful thing with them, that's
Talking
law.
I'm who doesn't pay.
I'm just talking about a family.
Debt.
Yes, yes.
If our understanding is, and Tony will back or not, if we ask, if you have the name of someone written on your cremation authorization that you must release to, 97-110 does not allow you to attach the remains, which include cremated remains, for any debt.
Yes, and that's what I would like to address. There's no other business in this world that is forced to do a service for somebody and the person can walk out with the product without being paid.
I'm just saying, it's in statute, what you have.
No, and that's what I want to change is the statute. Yes,
And were we gonna talk about, like cemeteries, like historical cemeteries, doing 1 to 5, burials? And then, weren't we gonna break it down into categories, like? Okay,
But you're talking about I think a work group or something
yeah, right,
wants to make precedent.
right.
The discipline guide, if you do this many and you operate without a license, it's this. If you did this many and you're operating without a license, it's that much.
Last
What you're talking,
Mary.
I think it was a work group. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's a work group, yes, okay, yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary Ann.
so I would also be on that committee too, to look at, trying to figure out, because I've had 2 families do it to me this year and I'll never see them again. And they have the urn and they're gone, and it is not fair to the funeral homes.
Then may I ask,
Yes.
just being somewhat facetious, but why did you perform the cremation without getting paid?
Because it had been so long that we just had to get the person out of our cooler. They do it on purpose. The people that have done the research are doing this. And I've talked to other funeral homes that have had this done. And the simple fact is, if we do a service for somebody we should be able to say, you have not paid us for this cremation. You have not paid us for the removal, for filing the death certificate, for the cremation, for processing the cremains. You have not paid us, so legally they should not be able to walk in and demand that you give them the urn. And the state of Oregon requires us to give them the urn, and that is wrong.
So Kevin, my understanding would be is you don't do the cremation and therefore it becomes an unclaimed body. And then you can proceed to the IDP.
You would want to have them not contract.
Right. Oh, these people are signing the contract and promising us the world and saying, God's will, we're gonna sell mom's car and we're gonna come in and pay you in 2 weeks. And then they come in 6 months later with no money and say, I want the urn, and we know our legal rights. And I would just like to start a committee and
We're having a
and
conversation.
start talking about, because it's just not fair. Now, I'm not talking about when Joe Schmo Funeral Home picks up a body and they're driving over to pick them up, holding the body ransom in between 2 funeral homes for payment. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the finished product of an urn that the family has sweet talked us into cremating because they know they're gonna come in later and pick that urn up and take that.
That's right, so,
If you have had them sign, am I free to talk? Sorry.
yeah.
Thank you. If they have signed a contract, wouldn't you be able to go through the course of collecting on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll never see them and I'll never see a penny.
Not through them, but I'm just saying, you have a contract with the family saying they were going to, so don't you
Now
have
they legally
a
have
legal recourse to?
Yes.
You'll spend more money chasing it than.
No, and they've already been sent and I'll never get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what's
Two
happened
last
to me
year,
in the
so.
past. A few times I've tried to use a collection agency, I've never seen a dime.
Yeah.
It's on.
So
Okay.
we can figure that out for next time.
I have
Are you
one.
done talking now?
I'm done.
We have a hand over here.
Yes. Angela?
Kevin, I'm just gonna say that while you're doing that, I would really look into the FTC laws and federal laws.
Okay,
I can't tell you exactly where it is, but I am 98.4% sure there is a federal law that says you
I
can
can tell. It's-
okay,
body and cremated remains would still be considered a human body.
okay,
So just look into that.
okay. And we will on that committee. Yeah.
I just have one thing, during the thing that we had with the OFDA and OMCB, the training thing, Chad had mentioned something about a committee with the IDP. And I just wondered if we were gonna be doing anything with that or what that was that you had mentioned.
It's time to review the program. And it would just entail a committee being established and identified. Well, first of all, determining who's interested, because we want a good mix, diverse perspective from that. And then it's just a committee to review it. So it's just, we've got compounding committees here going on. So it just depends on priorities of the board officer, I guess, right, in what we're gonna do. But yes, eventually, at some point, IDP will be reviewed to determine how's it going? Does it need to be tweaked? Those types of things.
If you want to stay on the board, if you want to become a board chair, talk to Neil and Holly. They'll be calling us all at some point, I'm assuming, to confirm what's going on. If somebody wants this position, go for it. Chair. And thank you all. Thank you guys on this side of the table. My goodness, that was a lot of work today that you guys had to come up with fast. And I know that's frustrating and I appreciate your patience on that and great job on that. So thank you all. And this meeting is adjourned.
Time is 2:19.
2:19. Almost. Oh. Okay. If, Bill, look at this mouth shut.
I know.
For all you, good work. Appreciate all you doing.
That's something else you do have something. Yeah.
Again next time.
See you next time. I'm gonna drive back.
My goodness.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah, we need a good talk. Oh, no problem. Committees that we need to use. I love that.
Well, I want to be on that. First, and he told me to try.
Yeah, there's president, vice, and secretary.
Oh, right, but that are.
I feel like we're next house on this. Like.
Well, it's kind of like a clean selection in a sense.
Oh, for you.
But then people, like, if Rudy continue with vice.
I have another suggestion for the newsletter.
Oh, yeah.
If you could put people like Stark, Jeb Harris, out for
Oh,
2025.
What do you want me to?
Well, so I guess it's worth.
Welcome again.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
because you did such a great job with that.
That's
110 times better than what.
Oh,
Committee, separate. This is just for the executive. Because we have so many committees that are gonna go, I think it's up to